practice of preliminary. There are 7 parts. So 6, we already discussed about 6. So now the 7th one. 7th one is this is the last one from the practice of preliminary. So this one, today's topic is on taking refuge. So it reads from the 37 practices of bodhisattva. Next one, please. Okay, next one. Oh, so today's the stanza it reads, the practice of all bodhisattva is to take refuge in 3 jewels, since they never fail to provide protection for all who call upon them. For whom are the ordinary gods of this world ever capable of helping, as long as they themselves are trapped within samsara's vicious cycle? So this is the words about the going to refuge in 3 jewels. So taking refuge or going refuge, it is very necessary in the Buddhism. Normally, if we think for a child, the child always rely himself to a mom or mother, because the mother is there for the son always. So that's why whatever the things happens to the child, he always call for the mother. And there's different things, like if somebody wants a spiritual guide, and they will call upon different sects of the different teachers from the different sects. And so whatever if someone is weak to get that something, then they always rely on somebody else. So same. So now we are in the samsara, and we are seeking for liberation, seeking for the peace. So that's why we cannot find it by ourselves. So we have to rely on somebody, something. So that's why if the bodhisattvas practices, the important practice is to take refuge in 3 jewels, because now what we seek is liberation, and what we scare for, what we don't want is the suffering of the lower realms, or the suffering of the cyclic existence, right? So that's why if we take refuge in 3 jewels, then they will give us the protection. They can provide the protection for all of us. They will never fail their protection to save us, to get us liberation, to not undergo the suffering, because the 3 jewels, they know the reality of the suffering and the reality of the liberation. So that's why we should not go refuge in the worldly gods. No, for whom are the ordinary gods of this world are ever capable of helping, as long as they themselves trap within samsara's visual cycle. They are the gods. The different people have different belief. They believe in God. They believe in some believe in the tree, holy tree. Some believe in the holy place. Some believe in some super things. If something is uh, unusual for them, then they will easily believe that thing and easily uh, rely upon those things. But in this in Buddhism, if the object of to whom we whom we trust, we give trust, that object itself is bound in the samsara, then we should not trust that things because they themselves are within the samsara. So that's why going refuge, taking refuge in Trijol is very important. So normally here it mentioned that we should not go take refuge in the ordinary gods of this world, right? Then what are the ordinary gods? The ordinary gods are the god. They are little bit, they have the superpower more than us. But one day they have to come down to the lower realms. Now they are up. They can do much more than us. So we don't know the quality of the liberation. So we only go refuge for those gods. So, but they themselves are trapped within the samsara. So that's why we should not go refuge in the gods. Okay. Then, so that's why going refuge to the three jewels is very important. So, according to this topic, we will discuss more about taking refuge. So, please, next one. This one is just from the main tracks. So I will discuss more about that. So to discuss about refuge, I managed to uh, put 5 topics: cause of the cause of refuge, the object of the refuge, and how to take refuge, and the morality of refuge, benefits of refuge. So we will discuss by each one by one. Okay, next one. Okay, then number one, cause of refuge. So it means we have to first question. We have to ask ourselves, why should we take refuge? Especially, why should we rely on three jewels, not for the ordinary gods? Why? Why should we take refuge in three jewels? This is the number one. First, we should ask ourselves, why should I take refuge in three jewels? So based on this question, so the cause of the refuge must be occur. What are the cause of the refuge is? So you have to know the cause of refuge to get the answer of that. Why am I going to take refuge? To get that answer, we have to know the defects of the cyclic existence and the longing, the qualities of liberation. We have to know two things: qualities of liberation and defects of the cyclic existence or the samsara. So when we so the defects of samsara is very big topic, but I will make it very simple. Because of our anger, we take rebirth in the hell being. We become hell being one day because of anger. And once we reborn in the hell being, then there is always torment, always suffering and suffering, cold and hot. They are so different. Those topics will be discussed in the next season, but in brief like that. And then we don't have opportunity to get to practice Dharma. And because of the the stingy, the ones who have something and who don't use for their themselves and can't use for others. So this is called stingy. Because of that affliction, after that person die, then they take birth in the realm of the hungry ghost. And once they are in the hungry ghost, then they always tries to find something to eat or something to wear, always wondering. So they don't have chance to practice Dharma. And because of ignorance, then we after dying, then we take birth. We have to take birth in the animal realm, like dog, cat, all those animals. So once we are in the animal realm, then we are dull. We do not know anything, and we are used by human being, for to eat or to for the skin, for the meat, for the blood, or all those kinds. So mm, they are not free to practice Dharma, and they are very dull. And because of attachment, we will reborn as human. And the human, how the suffering of the suffering of human. We are always busy. We are always working and working to gain something, to you know always busy. Today I'm busy, tomorrow I'm busy. There's no stuff, always going. One day we will die, then we will go under the lower realm. It depends on our actions. Because of this busyness, we engage so much non-virtues, as we discussed earlier. Yeah, the ten non-virtues. We don't have time to cultivate with the 10 non-virtues. We not we forget to engage with the virtuous, virtuous things. We always do the non-virtuous things. So because of that, we will uh, go to the lower realm. And because of envy, some to envy with other, then we will take rebirth in the demigod. And they always there's two things, envy and the samadhi, the meditation, wrong meditation and with the envy. Then they will they will have to go the demigod, and they are not happy. They always fight with the gods, and they always lose because of their envy. And because of the pride, ego, then after we die, then we have to go to the god's realms. And there they are very more pleasure, but they always have to fight with demigods during their life. And at the end of their life, then they suffer so much. They have to go back to the lower realm, hell or animal realm or human, all those. Depends on their karma. So then the cycle is existence like that, always going. It calls because cyclic existence, because it's always, making like that. So that's why it's called cyclic existence. So now we don't remember all those things, our previous life. We don't know what the next is, next our life, what the uh, what are we going to become. We never know that. If we have the foresight or the clairvoyance, then if we remember all our previous life, and then we can't stop. We can't we can't have time to deal with this worldly god. We immediately practice dharma. But now we don't know, we don't remember those things, the cyclist existence. We remember only this life. We can't remember even what have we done uh, before 10 years. Then how can we remember all those, the countless our lives from the beginningless time? We can't remember all those things. If we remember, then the game, it will be the game changer. So these are the defects of cyclist existence or defects of the samsara. So we have to know that the dharma is teaching like the reality. What is the reality of samsara? So once we know, then we have to revolt about this samsara. Then what should we do? Then we longing for the liberation. What is the liberation is? Liberation is something that there is no suffering. There is always happiness and happiness. And their happiness, their pleasure is different from the God's different pleasure. You have to know that. The God's pleasure is only for the period of time. After they die, then they have to come back to the samsara. Samsara means they have to come back to the lower realms. But once you have liberated, you know, then there's no ending. You have happiness and happiness, ever happiness, and you don't need to deal with those three poisons. So because of not dealing with three poisons, you don't have to suffer anymore. So you have yourself, you liberate, and you can do much more to help others. So that is the quality of liberation. So that's why we know, if we know the defects of samsara and quality of liberation, then we naturally, if we know these things, then we will we will uh, get the fear of we will have fear to this lower realms and samsara's things, and we crave for the liberation. And if we have these two things, then it means the renunciation for samsara and longing or the craving for the liberation. These two things, if we have, so then we will practice more in the dharma. So this is the cause of refuge. So if we have these two things, then we have to practice, right? We know, oh, I have to practice these things. To practice, we have to uh, first we have to go from the door. The door is to take refuge in three jewels. What are the three jewels to whom we are going to take refuge? Then that is the second topic, the objects of refuge. To whom should we take refuge? we have to take refuge in, we have to go take refuge from the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, right? Because they are the one, they are the only thing that can help us to liberate from this samsara and to reach the Buddhahood. Only they can do that. Nobody else can do that. So that's why we have to first step is to take refuge. So who is the Buddha? So we have to know. We have to go. We are going to take refuge in the Buddha. So we have to know who is the Buddha. What is the Buddha? Buddha, actually, normally we know Buddha is the Shakyamuni Buddha. Normally we think that Buddha is Shakyamuni. He was born in Lumbini and enlightened in Bodh Gaya. Oh, oh, net problem. Okay. So these two perfections. Is it okay? Okay. So what are the purifications? We have to there's two obscuration. We have to purify two obscurations. One obscuration is the affliction, and one obscuration is the obscuration of the omniscient. So Buddha purified all of them. So that he gained the purification of the perfection of purification. And second one, he Buddha, if once wants to become Buddha, then he have to accumulate, engage, cultivate with the accumulation of merit, and the accumulation of the wisdom, maybe. So that's why the Buddha is called the perfect Buddha. If somebody has these two perfections, then they are called Buddha. Anybody can become Buddha. So that's why Buddha is freedom. Buddha is anybody can become Buddha. So you, me, everybody, all sentient beings can become Buddha if they can, manage to have these two perfections. Then it is called Buddha. Buddha is that. And what is the Dharma? Dharma, normally it is the experiential Dharma, experiential doctrine, and scriptural doctrine, two things. The experiential doctrine, it means when we practice Dharma genuinely, then if we realize the reality of the phenomena, and we have that realization, once we have that realization itself is the the experiential teaching, or that itself is the teaching or the experiential doctrine. That is one dharma. And second dharma is the scriptural doctrine. Scriptural doctrine is that we have the kanjur and tenjur. There's so many things. The books, the texts, the Buddhist texts. Those are the scriptural doctrine. So it means there are two teachings. One teaching is from inside, your experience. One teaching is in the book. So normally we have to know that. So this is the dharma. And what are the sangha? Sangha refers the arhat, the ones who realize the nature of the phenomena, then that being becomes very high level person. Then it is called arhat. There are different stages. So they are the sangha. And sangha itself means the assembly. And normally, we have to know that sangha means four bhikshu. If there are four bhikshus gather, then it is called assembly of the monk or the sangha. Sangha means a gathering or assembly of those four bhikshus or four practitioners. Then it becomes sangha. If there is only one person, then it is the member of the assembly, right? The member of a sangha. So this is little bit unknown thing here. Normally, when we see a sangha means if the monk or the nun is there, then we call them sangha. Actually, the sangha itself means the assembly. So this is the object, means to whom we go refuge. Okay, so if you know that, then we will go jump to the third one. Next one. Okay. So now we know the things to whom we have to go refuge, right? So now we have to know that we we already know the object of the refuge. So now we have to know how do we take refuge, how to the conduct the ceremony of refuge. We have to know that. First, we have to know we take refuge through three kinds of faith. We have to take refuge through three kinds of faith. Faith. First faith is faith of clarity, and second one is faith of longing, and third one is faith of conviction. The faith of clarity means that if you know the quality of liberation and the quality of the three jewels, and you hear the different masters' history, like Milarepa's history, at that time, then your mind become very single pointedness. You know that the master's story, and you become your mind very clear. If the quality of liberation deeply, then your mind become very pure. No, there's no thoughts, thoughtlessly, very pure and very stainless. And that kind of mind is called the faith of clarity, very clear mind. When you hear those beautiful things, then you may have that things, that kind of mind, very clear mind. That is the first one. And then what we do, we have that the clarity in inside us. Then after that, when we wake up, then we we want that things, we know the qualities of liberation. Then we feel it is very wonderful. Wow, it is like wow. Then we you know we longing, we crave, we desire to get that liberation. That is very strongly desire. That is called the faith of longing. We want that. if you see, our guru like Karmapa, if you see Karmapa, Buddha, okay, if you see Buddha in front of you, somebody see, then he just by seeing that Buddha's body, then he inside from the being, then, oh, I may become like you. That kind of feeling is the longing, the faith of longing. I may attain the Buddhahood, that kind of. And then the faith, the third one is faith of conviction. To get into the realm of Buddha, then we have to know the reality of the cause and effect, Then we have to know the cause. Because of doing non-virtues, we may have we have to go undergo with the suffering. By doing the virtuous 10 virtuous thing, we will get happiness. So this cause and effect, the karmic term. If we have this strong conviction, we know, oh, if I do that, I will become that. If I don't do that, I don't have to undergo with that. If you know this genuinely, then it is called the faith of conviction, who have the faith towards the karmic cause and effect. This is the third one. So these three things, the three are the faith. The faith is very important in Buddhism or normal life also. Here we already talk about the object of the faith, and here we are talking about the faith itself, from ourselves and for the object. But between there, I want to share a little story. Once a time, there is a businessman who is not from India, and his son, his mother, his mother is always, his mother know that Buddha was born Buddha's teaching is in India, right? Buddha's teaching is in India, and her son is always going to India to get business, to do business. And she is always asking, please, when you return back, bring me something from the Buddha, from the something from the Buddhist thing. To that, I may offer my, my offer my faith, or offer, I may, the prostrate to. So she is always asking for that, but because of the business of the son, the son always forget. 1 year she asks, when the son forget. Second year also he forget. And 1 year, last year, then the mother said, this time, if you don't bring something, the Buddhist thing, something, if you have to bring something which is the connected with Buddhist. So if you don't bring that this time, I will get suicide in front of you. So she said that. And this time also, the son went to the Buddha Gaya, India, and he returned back. But near to come his home, to before he met his mother, he remembered what the mother has asked for him. So he has nothing to do, so he looked around it here and there is one, then he saw the head of a dog, and he pulled out the dog's tooth, one tooth, and he wrapped it very nicely and take it. and when he reach home, then he give it to the mom. Mom, this one is for you. This is the truth of the Buddha. Now you can practice. You can pray for here. You can pray. So then the mom is mom become very happy, and it kept with the best placed, the offering the water and flowers, all those things, always prostrating and always making prayer. She didn't know that is the reality of the relic. She is always thinking this is the truth of Buddha. So it must have some blessings. If I do it genuinely, it will grant me the blessings. So she didn't analyze, those things, but I keep practicing and practicing. Then one day the mother died. Then that time, miracle things happened. See, those all rainbows, and the when the holy people died, then there is called relic. Relic. Normally, people don't have that relic. When our body is burned, then the practitioner, the genuine practitioner, they have this. They can when the cremation time, then the relic, we may have a relic, then that old, the mother have that relic thing. So it means the object of refuge and the the your own faith. Object of refuge is not very important, but if you have the faith, your faith is very clear, without any hesitation, any doubt, then the objection is not very necessary. So you have to occur that faith towards three jewels very deeply. Then it will the three jewels blessings are unlimited, because of your faith. The three jewels blessings will can I know happen in any way, because like just I said that in the tooth of the dog's tooth, we can pray, not knowing knowing that is dog's tooth, but the that faith is very strong, and the mother feels that is the truth of Buddha. So the okay, what how which way? Altogether, we have our faith is very important. Not the object is very important. To compare the object and your faith must be strong and must be important more. So if you have this faith, then you will go refuge in three jewels. Then how? Then if you have faith, you know the qualities of three jewels, quality of liberation, defeats of samsara, all those mm, collect with your being, within your stream. Then you naturally have to find somebody to give the refuge. Then they will help us fix the time, and there will be ceremony to become to get refuge. And at that time, then the guru, what a guru will cut your hair, and before the cutting, he will ask you, now I am going to cut your hair, are you happy with it? Then you say yes, then he will cut. from little bit here, from here, right? So what does it means? I am going to cut your hair. Are you happy with it? It means the teacher, the guru is asking you, I am going to cut the tie of samsara. Are you happy with it? He's asking that. The meaning is that. Then you said yes. The moment you say yes, there is also meaning. You say yes, the yes means that, yes, I am faithful to the samsara. I want to get liberation. I don't want the lower realms of samsara. I don't want to, those old samsaric thing. I just want peace, the ultimate peace. I want to get liberation. Yes, please cut my tie. This is the meaning of yes. So at that time, you have to think that from now on, I am going to take refuge. I go refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, not for this lifetime. I will. I'm going refuge to until I get enlightenment. You have to think like that. You should not think I will. Okay. First, you have to think that, and then second, I will. I am taking refuge not for myself, only for, yes, of course it is for myself, but not only for myself. I am taking refuge for all sentient beings. May I have all sentient beings because of that, because the all sentient beings are suffering in this samsara, same as us, same like us. So I may have them. So because of that, I am going to take refuge in three jewels, and I will practice very genuinely. Yes, please cut my hair. That is the meaning of yes, saying yes. So this is little bit information. So now we will discuss next one, please. Okay. So after you take refuge in three jewels, then there are certain things you have to do or certain things you should not do. So this, it means the morality of refuge. What to, after taking it, now you already take refuge. Then your guru cut your tie, and he will give you a dharmic name. Then you become a total new one, not not the former one. You have dharmic name. Your name will be changed. You cut already the tie of samsara. Your old name is cut. You have new name. You have different look. So it means it's like a rebirth for you. So now very pure. How beautiful isn't it? So from now on, then you have to know, oh, now I am in the Buddhist. I am count. I am. So once we cut our hair, then we are count as Buddhist. Now you are become Buddhist. Buddhist or non-Buddhist, it is because of your cutting hair. If you took this ceremony, then you are Buddhist. If you didn't have that, you are not Buddhist now, because you didn't take refuge. After taking refuge, then you are Buddhist. Very, very good. So then what should we do and what should we, there is several morality, several things that we have to do. The first one, by going refuge in Buddha, we should not rely upon worldly gods. We talk about the worldly gods, right? They are bound. They themselves are trapped in the samsaric visual cycle. They are happy, but one day they have to go. But three jewels is not like that. They are different. So that's why By going refuge in Buddha, you should not go refuge with you should not rely yourself for the worldly gods, the other gods. And the second one is you have to respect every kinds of Buddha's statues. If there's in this samsara, there are so many statues, Buddha's statues. Some are big, some are small, some are expensive, some are not expensive. So as a Buddhist, we should not uh, differ the expensive and the cheap of the Buddha's statue. All are same. If the statue is made by the gold and another one is made by the stone, you have to respect same. If you are the real Buddhist, then there is no different. The statue, it it there's no different. Same, all statues are same. You have to respect same. You should not look down for the cheap of the statue which is made by the mud or little lower one. You should not. So this is the second thing we have to know. Yeah, right? All kind of the statue we have to respect. And the third one is by going refuge in Buddha, we have to listen more from a spiritual friend. So for now, Buddha has taken nirvana, right? We can't see them, as we talked the last time. We can't see Buddha. We can't see the arhats. We can't see the nirvana, and we can't see the sambhogakaya. So what we have is the spiritual friend. So that's why we have to listen the teachings of our spiritual friend more and more, because the spiritual friend, your guru, is the embodiment of the Buddha. Like the old women, old women who believe that the dog's tooth is the tooth of Buddha. Because of that, her faith, she may gain very precious things. Like that, we have to feel our spiritual guru, our spiritual lama as Buddha, and we have to hear from those the gurus more and more. This is the third thing we should do by going refuge in Buddha, and by going refuge in Dharma. Next one. Okay. By going refuge in Dharma, then we should not harm animals. Animals, not animals, all beings, any kinds of beings, we should not harm. What is the Buddhist, the Dharma of Buddha means? Dharma of Buddha means we should not harm others. If we can help others, benefits others, we have to benefit them. If we can't help them, at least we should not harm them. That is the basic point of the basic things in the Buddhism. Then of course, you are virtuous thing, your meditation and all those things you have to practice genuinely. The basic thing is not harming others is the first one. By going refuge in Dharma, you should not harm the other beings. Any kinds in harming doesn't means you have to kill or any kinds of harm. You should not apply your harmfulness attitude towards other, by your speech, by your mind, by your body, all kind of, you have to prevent that. If by mistake it happened, you have to confess immediately in front of Buddha and Dharma and Sangha, and you have to make commitment. Next time I will not do like that. So you have to know that. And the second thing, by going refuge in Dharma, you have to respect all Buddhist texts, even for a single letter of it. That there are so many texts, the text of Buddha himself, And there are so many commentaries, Indian commentaries, Tibetan commentaries, and nowadays there are so many other countries have commentaries. There's Buddhist texts. So we have to respect all those Buddhist texts. Even the letter, a single letter, if there is written, Om Mani, Om, one single word, you have to respect. Take it to your head. It means you sometime by culturally not knowing those things. I heard that somebody may, uh, the book, the Buddhist texts, they don't respect too much. They just throw away, or they just sometimes they hold it by their feet, foot. So these are not disrespectful for the text. If you are if you took the refuge in Dharma, you should not do all bad behaviors towards the text, Buddhist text. Even a single word, we should not do such things. And the third one is learn meaning of sutra and tantric texts. So then by going refuge in Dharma, you have to read more and more in the Buddhist texts. Not only reading, you have to search the meaning of the text, what the meaning, what the actual meaning is. It is. So this is the third one. By going refuge in Dharma, you have to do this. You have to know these three things. Then by going refuge in the Sangha, then there's different one. Please. Okay. By going refuge in Sangha, then we should not accompany with heretic person and with those who don't rely on individuals and not believing karmic cause and effect, even they are Buddhist. So it means by going refuge in Sangha, we should not accompany with heretic persons, means the non-Buddhist person, because they hold different character, they hold different views, they hold different habits. So it may become your habits. So that's why you should not go with them. And though they are Buddhist, they are saying I'm Buddhist, and they don't believe in rituals. I'm saying from the words, they are saying I'm Buddhist, but actually they are not Buddhist. They don't believe in rituals. They are not believing in karmic and cause effects. They are the three kinds of faith. The last one is conviction. The faith of conviction means we have to believe the karmic cause and effect. If the person is not believing in the karmic cause and effect, that person is lack of the one faith, the last one, the faith of conviction. So even they are saying Buddhist, if they don't believe in rituals, they don't believe in karmic cause and effect, then though they are saying Buddhist, actually we can't say they are Buddhist. So we should not accompany with those people. But some situation we can't uh, stop. We can't change some situation. We have to go with them, the heretic person or whatever those people with the wrong view holding people and wrong attitude people. We can't say I don't want to go with you, and like if we have a classmate, then we have to go with them, right? So but at that time, at that situation, in such situation, as a Buddhist, You have to have alertness. Oh, I am Buddhist. I should not have this person's that kind of attitude, that kind of view. So this person and that person has that kind of view, that kind of attitude, that kind of believing. So I have to become very alert. You have to become alert. With the alertness, then you can go all kind of persons. It doesn't mean that others you should not respect, you should not respect to those people. Of course they are people, they are human. You have to respect all same people. As a Buddhist, we have we have to generate compassion and love, and that compassion and love is towards all sentient beings, right? So even they are carrying wrong view, they are carrying the bad habits, you should not prevent to loving them, to get compassion towards them. Of course you have to generate compassion, you have to love them. But now ourselves is very weak. That's why, though our compassion and loving kindness is all of them, towards all of them, but now myself is not strong, very myself is just building stronger and stronger, not built yet. So that's why I have to prevent alertness. This is very important, I think. So then, by going refuge in Sangha, we have to respect all Sangha from different sects, even if one just wears monk's robe. So within the Buddhist, there are so many sects. You know, so we have to respect all different kinds of sects, or different kinds of the Buddhist monk, nun. There are so many practitioners. We should not scorn them. We should not look down. We always have to respect them. We always, uh, even one is wearing the monk's robe, and it is who is not monk or nun, just wearing a robe, you have to you have to pay your respect, because this rough is the descendant from the Buddha. So that's why somebody is wearing the rough, because even their habits are not good, their words are not good, their attitudes are not good, but they are wearing, because of wearing the clothes of the Buddha, then you have to respect all of them equally. So this, by going refuge in Sangha, you have to do that. And the third one, uh, to we have to have other practitioner and act as a practitioner. So it means, by going refuge to the assembly or the Sangha, then we have to have other practitioners and act as a practitioner, right? So if somebody is struggling to practice, they want to practice, and they don't, they can't practice because of anything, then if you can help, you can help. You have to show your real face of the practitioner. You have to be as a practitioner. You have to show them as a practitioner, because we all are practitioner. We all are practicing to get liberation. So helping each other, then we will gain stage by stage, off and off. Then one day we will get liberation. So altogether, going refuge in Sangha, we have to know these three things. And now we will discuss the next one. Okay, benefits of refuge, the fifth. What are the benefits of refuge? By going refuge, we become Buddhist, as we early talked. You become Buddhist or you are not non-Buddhist. It depends on refuge. If you take refuge, you are Buddhist. If you don't have refuge, you are not Buddhist. So it is the door, inside or outside. So this is the one thing we have to know. It doesn't mean that the non-Buddhists are not good and Buddhists are good. It doesn't mean that. Of course, the non-Buddhists, they all are good. They all are very nice. But there is the process to get enlightenment. You have to enter the Buddhist. So this is the door of Buddhist. The refugee is the door of the Buddhist. You go inside or you remain outside. That's up to you. Buddhist is freedom. So this is one thing. If you enter the Buddhist, take refuge, then we will purify our bad karmas slowly and slowly. Like it has so many, if we take refuge in Tirijo, there are so many benefits. One, I will tell you one story. Once upon a time, there is a thief, and the thief came and tried to steal from somebody, and who is Buddhist. Unfortunately, the thief is caught and he is beaten brutally. And while beating, that person is Buddhist and he is always saying that I go for refuge to Buddha, I go refuge for Sangha, and beating like that, Then the thief is very scary and it's become his voice. The thief is non-Buddhist, but his voice is saying, I go refuge in Buddha, I go refuge in Dharma, is saying that because somebody is beating him very badly. So he always saying that, beat, I got refuge in Dharma, I got refuge in Sangha, like that. And it kept going more and more and more. And the thief is very scary and crying. And he is released and he went back to his home. But from this house to his home, there is a pool, water pool, stream. There is a pool. At that pool, there is a spirit, no evil spirit, no ghost. And during the night time, that ghost harm whoever is crossing that pool. But this time, this is little bit different. The person is passing across. It is night time, and the person is crossing walking from the pool. Under the pool, there is ghost. Then the ghost know, oh, somebody is coming. So he come up and try to harm that person. That person is the thief one. The thief is very frightened, he didn't see the ghost, but he is frightened because of he is beaten. So he is saying, still he is saying, I got refuge in Buddha, I got refuge in Dharma, crying, saying like that. He is screaming, I got refuge, he is brutally beaten. So he's just keep saying that he doesn't know anything about those words, just saying that because of that, then the ghost came and hear that voice, oh, I got refuge in Dharma, I got refuge in Sangha. Then that the ghost, run away because of that words, because of that person is saying that the refuge scripture, refuge words. I go refuge in Dharma, I go refuge in Sangha, like that. And the ghost, once the ghost hear that, then ghost ran away. The ghost can't harm that people, that the thief. So it means by going refuge, we will prevent the spirit evil. Sometime in the world, there somebody's died, our father, mother, the grandfather has died, and they can't go to take refuge in the next realm. They whatever they want to, they always wandering. The bardo is the intermediate state. So they become ghost. The evil one. They try to harm us in dream. Sometimes they come us our dream. Sometimes night time. In different ways, they harm us. So if we have refuge towards three jewels, then nothing to worry. Every spirit, the evil spirit will disappear. They can't harm us if we have three kinds of faith towards three jewels, and we always the praying. I go refuge in Dharma, Buddha. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dharmam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. If you keep repeating this, from our heart, then the ghost and the bad evils spirit, nothing can have harm us. So this is the benefit of refuge one. And we practice refuge, and then we practice the other practice. There are so many stages, right? Then we slowly we prevent our non-virtuous things. Then we will not dealing with three poisons more. Then because of that, we will purify our bad karmas, and because slowly we will build off the two kinds of accumulation, as we talk. Accumulation of merit, accumulation of wisdom. The bad thing is going less and less. The bad karmas, the obscuration towards the Buddhahood is lower and lower. The qualities of Buddha, the accumulation are getting off, and increasing and increasing, and obscurations are decreasing. So because of that, and slowly we will gain enlightenment. We will gain liberation. Once we get liberation, then everything is fine. We should not have to go under suffering. We will have as much as we can. We are very happy. So this is all are the because of it all happens because of one single thing, and that is refuge. So refuge is very important. So this is for today. I think about the refuge. I hope you understand this teaching. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please, you are welcome.